The game against K-State this weekend is troubling for Texas if Maalik Murphy has a performance anything close to what he had last week in his first start. If he has a performance like that, which is, some wow and some what the, then that may come back to haunt Texas because I don't know if that performance is good enough to cover up some of the flaws for the team that are going to be exposed versus a team like K-State. So that's the key. If he plays really well, Texas is going to beat K-State. If he doesn't, he plays like he did last week, Texas probably will lose that game.
And for me, really well, which is an abstract, really well would be defined as clean.
Yeah.
If he plays clean football.
Yes, just don't turn the ball over.
Because, he turned it over twice last week, and he also, I've seen the highlight a bunch of times, the throw he made to Adonai Mitchell into traffic in the middle of the field. That's a dangerous throw. And he threw it above a safety, in front of a safety and above a linebacker, and it was kind of against a better secondary, that might get jumped. Because BYU's safety play was not great in that game. Got to play clean. Let your defense get after this thing, and that's what they were able to do last year. Because remember, they beat this team last year in Manhattan with a young quarterback. Quinn Ewers was still kind of in that learning process.
They did it with the running game.
And they did it with Bijan and Roschon.
Yeah. And the defense making some close plays.
And that's my argument for Texas is as the year's gone on, this is a really good running back room. Jonathan Brooks has been the biggest surprise and the most pleasant surprise on the team. He is a big-time back. We know that C.J. Baxter's gotten healthy. And I think Keelan Robinson's earned more carries. I think in a game where you're playing with your backup quarterback against a good team and you want to control the ball a little bit, Keelan Robinson is a playmaker, man. Don't just relegate him to kick returns. And I know there's a lot of Longhorn fans out there would like to see more of Jaden Blue.
He looked good.
Who, what did I see the number this week that on that touchdown run he hit like 21 miles an hour?
Close to it.
Like he was booking.
He was moving.
Get him involved, and that helps your quarterback, right? They're going to come in this is breaking your break tendency. They're going to come in so focused on X-Man and A.D. Nair and J.T. Sanders. Break out this run game. You've challenged your offensive line this week to get physical, get back to being Bama physical and getting after it. Get back to some of that diamond package we saw, Rod, last week where they had the 31 personnel with 3 running backs on the field. Take some pressure off your young quarterback by using this really talented running back room that Tashard Choice is doing a really good job with.
They are undersized defensively on the defensive front. They are undersized. So Texas could try to play bully ball, but you guys know Sark. Even with a young, inexperienced quarterback last week versus BYU, who was a team that was leading the Big 12 in takeaways, he said, I'm going to throw it. I'm going to throw it to open up the run. That's just his nature. And I think even in this game versus K-State, he's going to look for opportunities to throw to open up the run. He's just not a guy that's going to, be conservative in his approach and hand it off 40 to 45 times. Not saying they won't close with the running game, but he likes his spectacular plays.
That's where I'll say this is, for me, it's on Sark. Because last year I gave him the benefit of the doubt that he was trying to break in a young quarterback of the future and he was going to let him take his lumps and he was going to force feed it. This is not that. This is my backup quarterback. It's a stopgap game that I have to win. Lose the razzle dazzle, Sark. Let's go meat and potatoes here.
Meat and potatoes, huh?
Meat and potatoes, yeah. Swallow your pride a little bit on this deal, and let's get after this team that is undersized up front, and let's use our offensive line that we've challenged, and let's use this stable of backs, and let's run the ball.
Sark, you want meat and potatoes. Sark is next level chef, all right?
I know.
He's trying to
I don't
cook
need
up something.
Gordon Ramsay over here.
That's what he's trying to cook up something real nice. He's like, dude, all I wanted was meat and potatoes, all right? That's it.
I want 40, 45 carries. I want Maalik to throw it about 18 times.
Yeah.
You mostly on third and manageable.
Sark making some fusion dish over there.
And it's not even a knock on Maalik. I just saw Maalik turn the ball over a little bit last week, and I saw him throw one that maybe could have gotten picked. I just don't need that. I need win in this game, because if you do that, you're in a really good place for a really great season for your program. We'll see. That's on Sark, because we know what Chris Kleiman's going to do. Chris Kleiman won't break out of what he does.
No. Somebody's going to break Tennessee in this game, and I think that could end up determining who wins it. You got to win a game, you got to break Tennessee, because both the teams are really well prepared, and it might be, K-State coming out throwing a little more than we thought, because that Texas rush defense is the best rush defense they face, and maybe they know, oh man, we gotta open. We need to land some blows against this Texas defense early, and we don't want to just come out and run it, because that's their strength. It's their strength. So strength on strength, and the teams that have beaten Texas actually have taken advantage of the pass defense. They've been throw first teams. They've been pass first teams. Run first teams actually haven't had a lot of success versus Texas because you start with T'Vondre Sweat in that defensive front, which is one of the better defensive fronts in the country. So I don't know who's going to break Tennessee. So maybe it's Sark. Maybe Sark decides meat and potatoes. Like, no, man, just hand the ball off.
Let's go.
We're going 21 personnel, 12 personnel. We're going 31 personnel.
31.
Like you said, heavy sets, and we're just going to run the ball. We got like 4 running backs. We're going to run it down your damn throat 40 sometimes. Remember, that's how you win the game. In 2021, when you have no quarterbacks, you just run the Wildcat and ran the football. He could do that, but no, that's not in Sark's nature. Y'all know that ain't in Sark's nature.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. It was that year.
It was that year.
I'll say this,
but
though.
he was on a 6-game. Was on a 5 or 6 game losing streak. He was trying to.
He was trying to
fight for his life. He was trying to stop the bleeding at that point.
Yeah. A little tourniquet.